What do opponents have to do to stop the Browns? Do they just put a blanket on Baker Mayfield? Do they watch Odell Beckham? Do they watch do they worry about the defense? What do you have if you're Game One's coach, opposing coach? What's your biggest fear?
Early down passing. That seemed to be Todd Monken's, I don't want to say specialty, but that's the way he was.
All right, so the defense should try to shut it down before it gets started.
I think you're going to see a lot of Baker Mayfield either in shotgun or, dropping back on first down and throwing and really starting to put defenses on their heels. So.
All right, that's the question of the day on Facebook. We also talked about the offensive ranking of the team, but first let's take a look at what some of the people responded to.
Yeah, kind of what I just suggested.
Yeah.
Not down specific, but same idea.
Rick Mace has put pressure on Baker Mayfield, forced him to speed up his search for a secondary receiver. Receivers will have to sense wind to extend their routes and give Baker the extra second he needs to make positive yardage. Glenn Berger says Baker Mayfield in the Browns passing game, the opponents will have to pressure Mayfield and take away the wide receivers with a press passing defense. Michael Galandiak, if you stop Baker, you stop the Browns. Dennis Davis says slow down Baker with pressure up the middle. Carl Brunstetter, the old adage is if you stop the running game, you can control the offense. They're all not wrong, by the way.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the offensive situation. Individual rankings last year, Baker Mayfield, who of course did not start the first couple of games, 11th in TD passing. Nick Chubb was 10th in rushing yards. Had over 1,000, then lost a couple of yards to make it 996. And Odell Beckham, who was with the Giants, was 9th in yards per game. Pretty impressive. So a lot of things to stop.
Playing with an aging quarterback and who was under, a lot of pressure. That's pretty good numbers for Beckham.
Well, if it is going to be the Browns at the Jets and Greg Williams, the defensive coordinator last year, who's going to know that team better than him, except for Beckham?
Yeah, for sure. I thought to a fault Greg Williams blitzed last year too much.
Okay.
And he left for a secondary that was not the greatest and was missing Denzel Ward a few games. I think if he does has the same approach against this team, I think this could be a big offensive game for the Browns.
Yeah, I think if he puts his defensive backfield 30, 40 yards back, Baker will just have a field day.
Yeah, well, we